Hi, welcome back to my class in Analytic Geometry. For today, we will take up the intercept form of equation of a line. And the equation of the line in intercept form is given by the following. This is known as the intercept form of the equation of a line, where the denominator a of x is the x-intercept and the denominator b of y is the y-intercept. The given here are the intercepts of the line. The x-intercept, the point a0, that where the line passes through the x-axis, the y-intercept or the point 0b where the line crosses the y-axis. Now to have an example using this intercept form of equation of the line, consider the following problem. Find the equation of the line through 0, negative 1/3, and 5/2, 0. Draw the line. The given in this problem are 2 points. The point with coordinates 0, negative 1/3, and the point 5/2 or 5/2, 0. And the line passes through these two given points. And we want to find the equation of the line, and we draw the line. Now, if you thought first of finding the equation of the line using the 2-point form, you may proceed with that method. And you may also find first the slope of the line because the 2 points are given. And 2 points should be given if you want to calculate the slope of the line. So you may proceed also with that method, finding first the slope of the line and using the slope point form to find the equation of the line. But the easiest way is to use the intercept form. This point is a point on the y-axis. So this must be the y-intercept of the line, and your b would be negative 1/3. And the second point given has 0 ordinate, which means that this point should be or must be the x-intercept of the line. It is the point where the line intersects the x-axis. And at this point, a is equal to 5/2. But we will solve this problem using 3 methods. First, we use the 2-point form of equation of the line, which is given by the following. This is the 2-point form of equation of the line as we have discussed in the previous lesson. To find the equation of the line using the 2-point form, 2 points must be given. 2 points on the line must be given. And we are given the point 0, negative 1/3. And the point 5/2, 0. Any one of these 2 points may be taken as the first point. I will take this point 0, negative 1/3 as the point, the first point, with coordinates x1, y1. This implies the abscissa x1 is 0. The ordinate y1 is negative 1/3. if we take the first point as the first point with coordinates x1, y1, then the second point must be taken as the second point. The second point given 5 over 2, 0 must be taken as the second point with coordinates x2, y2. And this implies that the abscissa x2 is 5 over 2. The ordinate y2 is 0. Next, we substitute these coordinates of the 2 points given in the 2-point form equation of the line. We have y minus y1. y1 is negative 1/3. Y minus y1, negative 1/3. We write negative 1/3 in open close parentheses. Is equal to y2. y2 is 0. Minus y1, negative 1/3. We write negative 1/3 in open close parentheses all over x2. Our x2 is 5 over 2. Minus x1, and our x1 is 0. Minus 0. Multiply by x minus x1. x1 is 0. The succeeding steps are to simplify this equation and to write the equation in standard form or general form. We have y negative times negative is positive 1/3. Y plus 1/3 is equal to 0. Negative times negative is positive 1/3, and 0 plus 1/3 is 1/3. Over 5 over 2 minus 0, or 5 halves, minus 0 is 5 halves. Multiply by x. X minus 0 is x. We have y plus 1/3. Now we simplify this complex fraction. To simplify this complex fraction, we multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. So this complex number is equal to 1/3 multiplied by the reciprocal of 5 halves, which is 2 over 5. And multiply by x. We have y plus 1/3. We multiply these two fractions. We multiply the numerators. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. Over 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. And multiplied by x. Now we multiply 15 by y plus 1/3. 15 multiplied by y plus 1/3 equals 2x. We apply the distributive property of multiplication over addition. We multiply y and 1/3 by 15. 15 multiplied by y is 15. Y. 15 multiplied by 1 is 15, divided by 3 is 5. Equals 2x. Now we write this equation in the standard form or general form of equation of the line, which is given by the following. To write this equation in this general form, either you transpose 2x to the left side and the coefficient of x will be negative 2, or you transpose 5y and 5 to the right hand side. For us to have a positive coefficient of x, we transpose 15y and 5 to the right hand side. At the right hand side we have 2x. Transpose positive 15 to the positive 15y to the right. We take the opposite sign of 15. We get negative 15y. And plus 5 we transpose to the right. We get negative 5. This is the required equation of the line that passes through the point 0, negative 1/3 and the point 5/2, 0. And this equation of the line is in standard form. This is one way to solve this problem. Another way is to use the slope point form, which is given by the following. This is the slope point form. Y minus y1 equals m multiplied by x minus x1. To be able to use this form of equation of the line, you should know the slope of the line and one point on the line. Hence, m here is the slope. M is the slope of the line, and the slope of the line is calculated using this formula. M slope is equal to y2 minus y1, the difference of the ordinates of the two given points, divide by x2 minus x1, or the difference of the abscissas of the two given points. And you need one point with coordinates x1, y1. Now we solve and using this method, or using the slope point form of equation of the line, to find the equation of the line through the two given points, we should get the same equation, 2x minus 15y minus 5 equals 0. To find the slope m of the line, we need 2 points on the line with coordinates. The first point with coordinates x1, y1. And we take the first given point 0, negative 1/3 as the point x1, y1. If we take the first given point as the first point with coordinates x1, y1, this implies that x1 is 0. y1 is negative 1/3. And if this is our first point, then it means that 5/2, 0 will be our second point with coordinates x2, y2. 5/2, 0 is our second point with coordinates x2, y2. And this implies that x2 is 5/2. Our ordinate y2 is 0. In using the slope point form of equation of the line to find the unknown equation of the line, we first calculate the slope m. We now find is m. The slope m of the line is equal to y2, 0, minus y1. Our y1 is negative 1/3, and we write that in open close parentheses minus open close parenthesis, negative 1/3. All over x2, all over x2, our x2 is 5/2. Minus x1. Our x1 is 0, minus 0. And we simplify, we have 0. Negative times negative is positive, 1/3. Over 5/2 minus 0 is 5/2. Or 0 plus 1/3 is 1/3. Divide by 5 halves. And we simplify this complex fraction by multiplying the numerator 1/3. We multiply 1/3 by the reciprocal of the denominator. And the reciprocal of 5/2 is 2/5, or 2/5. To multiply these two fractions, we multiply the numerators. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. Over, multiply the denominators. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. And the slope of the line is 2/15. After we get the slope, we now find the equation of the line using this slope point form. We have y minus y1. Minus y1, our y1 is negative 1/3. And we write negative 1/3 in open close parenthesis. Equals m. Our m, or slope of the line, is 2/15. Equals 2/15 multiplied by x minus x1. Our x1 is 0. Multiplied by x minus 0. We simplify this equation and we write it in standard form. We have y. Negative times negative is positive 1/3. Equals 2/15 multiplied by x minus 0 is x. We multiply the left hand side, y plus 1/3, by 15. Or 15 multiplied by y plus 1/3. Equals 2 multiplied by x. And we remove the grouping symbols by applying the distributive property of multiplication over addition. We multiply y and 1/3 by 15. 15 multiplied by y is 15. 15y. 15 multiplied by y is 15y plus 15 multiplied by 1/3 is 15/3, or that's 5, equals 2x. Again, to write this in standard form, one side of the equation must be 0. The standard form, or the general form of equation of the line, is of this form. This is the general form of equation of the line. Ax plus by plus c equals 0. And we usually want a positive coefficient for x. And at the right, if we retain 2x at the right hand side, its coefficient will remain positive. Hence, we transpose 15y and 5 to the right hand side. At the right hand side, we have 2x. We transpose positive 15y to the right, and we take the opposite side of 15. We get minus 15y. Transpose positive 5 to the right. Again, we take the opposite sign of 5. It becomes minus 5 equals 0. And this is the equation of the line passing through the points 0, negative 1/3, and 5 halves 0. And you notice that it's the same equation we obtained using the 2-point form of equation of the line, which was the first method we used to find the equation of this line through this point and this point. We now find the equation of the line through the given point 0, negative 1/3, and 5 halves 0 using the intercept form, which is an equation of this form. This is the intercept form of equation of the line, where a and b are the x-intercept and y-intercept respectively. The x-intercept of the line has a value for x, and it is a in this form, and the ordinate is 0. Thus, between this point and this point, 5 halves over 0, this second point, 5 halves over 0, is the x-intercept. This is the x-intercept of the line, and this is a point on the x-axis, and the line will pass through the x-axis at this point. In this intercept form of equation of the line, the x-intercept has coordinates a, 0. Thus, this implies that a is 5 over 2. The y-intercept is a point on the y-axis where the value of the abscissa x is 0. And this point, the value of the abscissa x is 0. So this must be the y-intercept of the line. 0, negative 1/3. 0, negative 1/3 is the y-intercept of the line. This is a point on the y-axis, and the line will pass through this point, 0, negative 1/3 on the y-axis. In this intercept form of equation of the line, the y-intercept has coordinates 0, b. This implies that b in the intercept form is negative 1/3. We substitute these values of a and b into this intercept form of equation of the line. We have x over a. A is 5 over 2 plus y over b. Our b is negative 1/3 equals 1. We simplify each term at the left hand side. We simplify this fraction. We multiply x by the reciprocal of 5 halves, which is 2 over 5. So we multiply x by 2 over 5. 2 over 5 is the reciprocal of 5 halves. 2 over 5 multiplied by x plus multiplied by negative is negative. To simplify this fraction, we multiply y by the reciprocal of 1/3. We already multiplied negative by positive, we get negative. Again, to simplify y over 1/3, we multiply y by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3. We multiply 3 by y, minus 3y equals 1. To get rid of the denominator 5 here, we multiply both sides of the equation by 5. We multiply the left hand side by 5, and we multiply the right hand side by 5. And we do that because we want to eliminate 5 in the denominator. 5 multiplied by 2 over 5, 5 will cancel out, and you get 2x. Five multiplied by negative 3 is negative 15y. Equals 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. And we should write this in standard form given by that means one side of the equation should be 0. And to make this side of the equation 0, we transpose positive 5 to the left hand side. We get 2x minus 15y. Transpose positive 5 to the left hand side, we take the opposite side of positive 5, we get minus 5. And this is the equation of the line through 0, negative 1/3, and 5 halves over 5 halves 0. You notice that this equation is the same equation that we obtained using method 1, where we use the 2-point form equation of the line. And this is the same equation we obtained using method 2, where we use the slope point form of equation of the line. Now we sketch the graph of this equation, and we sketch the graph, we draw the line in the Cartesian plane. Where the horizontal axis is denoted by x, and we call it the x-axis. And the vertical axis is denoted by y, and we call it the y-axis. And the intersection of the two axes is denoted by 0. That denotes the origin. We already know the intercepts of the line, or the points on the x and y axis where the line will pass through. At the x-axis, the line will pass through the x-axis at the point 5 over 2, 0. From the origin, you measure approximate 5 over 2 units to the right of the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, and this is 5 over 2. I have used a 1 unit interval. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is the 0.5 over 2. This is the x-intercept. The line will pass through this point on the x-axis, and it's called the x-intercept. We also know the y-intercept, or the point of intersection of the line and the y-axis, and it is the point 0, negative 1/3. This means you measure 1/3 unit from the origin downward. From the origin, we approximate 1/3 unit downward, because the value of y is negative 1/3. I use a 1 unit interval in the vertical axis, so this is -1. That's 1 unit below the x-axis, and this is approximately -1/3. This point has coordinate 0, -1/3. And this is the y-intercept of the line. The line will pass through the y-axis at this point, and it is the y-intercept. Now, to draw the line, simply connect the intercepts, the x-intercept and the y-intercept with a straight line. And this is the graph of the equation 2x minus 15y This is the line that passes through the point 0, -1/3, which is the y-intercept, and the line through 5/2, 0, which is the x-intercept. And this line has equation 2x minus 15 minus 5. For your practice, please try the following exercises. Find the equation of the line through the two given points using A, two-point form, B, slope point form, and C, intercept form. In number 1, the two given points are 2, 0 and 0, -1. In number 2, the 2 points have coordinates 0, 3 and 1/2, 0. In number 3, the two given points are -3/2, 0 and 0, -2/5. For each of these pair of points, you will find the equation of the line, and you will use 3 methods. For the first method, you will use two-point form. For method 2, you will use the slope point form. In using the slope point form, you must calculate first the slope of the line. And in letter C, you will use the intercept form. Thus, for each of these numbers with 2 points given, you will have 3 solutions. But you must obtain the same equation for those 3 methods. And please also draw the line, sketch the graph of the equation of the line you will obtain. And for you to check your answer, I give you the answer for these problems. The equation of the line passing these 2 points in number 1 is x minus 2y minus 2 equals 0. The equation of the line passing through the points, the two given points in number 2, 0, 3, 1, and 1/2, 0, is 6x plus y minus 3 equals 0. And the equation of the line passing through the two given points in number 3, which are -3/2, 0, and 0, -2/5, is 4x plus 15y plus 6 equals 0. These equations of the line are in standard form or general form. If you have question about the lesson today, please ask your question in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Art Kalison, the channel of learning and pleasure. Thank you for being in my class today, and you may also ask your friends and relatives to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Art Kalison. Thank you.